It's the Texans and the Bears, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half, backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
To return is McKenzie. 54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now 3rd down and 7. Now Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there, forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber now second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And that'll go as a 57-yard punt with a return of 12. And the Bears take over.
Here we go.
On first down, Fields. And got his man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. Deontay Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Now the numbers for Pierce last week, there isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. You look at this Bears defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I think he's going to do that. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. Going up the gut, Montgomery. Oh, look at the juke. Great move by Montgomery. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Now it's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Bears at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
3rd and 2, Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Matt Eberflus is going to take a risk here on 4th down. He is going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. To throw is Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st down, it's Fields. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mooney, the motion man right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now Fields. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And now out comes Houston. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Stroud now. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Fields on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 44 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Got his man, and it's caught for the Chicago touchdown. Deontay Johnson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. On first down, here's Stroud. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Stroud to throw it. Pass caught on the out route by Mechie. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Final play of the half. Stroud to Pierce. They set up the screen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. It's caught downfield by Mechie. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie, 64 yards. And the the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pushing his way through. Pass midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Bears offense staying put. Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for two here. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Pierce gets this one running right. Down to the 42, 2nd down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional in the battle of game plans.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, 42 yards. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Off play action, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Fields going to keep it running right. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 20-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Touchdown, Bears! Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston set to take over. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Eluding the pressure right. Open man downfield is Johnson. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, 64 yards. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that run, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us? Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down. And Stroud now to throw. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Dominique Robinson, the one who got in there to drop it.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, and they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Second down and 4. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 71 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a first down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Montgomery. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On the option right is Fields, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one. Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice. Santos with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Houston's offense taking over again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing now is Stroud. He gets this one to Mechie. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Repeated the last play, going to Mechie here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bears 27-yard line.
Stroud working out of the gun. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. One final shot for C.J. Stroud. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it would probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?